Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Thank you for being here with me on another one. So in our last video, we were learning all about eSIMs and how we can leverage eSIMs to make our lives easier in order to activate our phones from the comfort of our home. But not only did we learn it from that perspective, we also learned about some of the features, and when I mean features, I mean security features that you get with going to eSIM. So not only did we talk about some of the benefits, I know some people had left me messages and they had let me know what were the downsides of having eSIMs, because I know some of us still love our physical SIMs. So make sure that, of course, you get a phone that can support both if you're interested in the physical side of things. But again, as the industry moves to eSIMs, I figured, of course, that I would make videos in order to educate you all how you can handle eSIMs on your current phones. And as I mentioned before, we did a previous video on how you handle that for the iPhone. So this particular video, we're going to focus on the Android side of things, specifically for my folks with Galaxy phones. And if you have a Galaxy S25 Ultra like I do, this video is just for you. And if you don't have a Galaxy S25 Ultra, the process and procedures are still kind of the same. It varies slightly by phone, but at least you get the gist of what it is and how you can leverage it for your case. Now, before we jump into things today, guys, if you love my content and it's helping me out tremendously, go ahead and give me a like for the video as it helps the channel grow. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so that way you're notified when I upload new videos to the channel. And then lastly, of course, share this video with a family member or friend. So as I mentioned before, guys, here on my left-hand side is an iPhone. Specifically, I have an older iPhone. It's the iPhone 11. And then on my right-hand side over here, we do have our Galaxy S25 Ultra. So in this video, of course, we're going to show you how to go ahead and activate your phone number, specifically on the Galaxy side of things. And before we do that, of course, a little tidbit or a little bit of information before we head down that path. So again, in my last video, I did activate my line already on the iPhone. So in this video, it's going to slightly differ, meaning I'm going to go into my account and I'm going to show you guys, real quickly on the computer how we do that. But I'm going to go into my account, and instead of activating a new line now, we're actually going to swap SIMs. So actually, let me take that back. Not swap SIMs, but swap devices, because remember, this eSIM is actually built into the phone itself. So once we log into our account, we'll go ahead and we'll switch out devices. And we'll go from one eSIM, which is going to be the iPhone eSIM, all the way over to a Galaxy eSIM. And the process is really, really simple. Again, we are going to be leveraging US Mobile, which is our carrier of choice. And the reason why I'm leveraging it, because those guys have figured out how to make this process simple. Your carrier may differ, so make sure you go ahead and find the information for that. So before we go through this whole entire process first, let's go ahead real quick for my folks who didn't watch the previous video. Let's talk a little bit about what eSIMs are in general. And then after that, we can go ahead and start the activation process, and especially moving from the iPhone that I did in my previous video over to the Galaxy S25 Ultra. So here in my hand is what you would call a SIM card. And the interesting thing about a SIM card is that it comes in essentially a 3-in-1. And exactly what is a 3-in-1? Well, let's take a look at this video that I have over here for you guys, giving you an up-close look of what a 3-in-1 SIM card is. But essentially, it's a card that comes with 3 SIM cards into one. And you have to go ahead and take the card and cut it out for your specific device. And so if we actually take a look at what it comes with, there is what's called a mini SIM, a micro SIM, and a nano SIM. And the way it works is your mini SIM is your biggest SIM card. Your nano is the second, and then of course your nano is the smallest SIM card. And the most important thing that you're seeing here, of course, is this chip that's on the inside. And so when we think about that chip, what exactly does that chip do? Well, the most important thing about it is it holds your subscriber information. So essentially, when you go to these carriers, these cell phone carriers, and you say, I want service on my phone, they will give you, typically for a GSM carrier, and that's most carriers here in the United States, they will give you a SIM card that has your plan information on there, meaning what you're entitled to use, and also it has a phone number on there. And in previous years, meaning way in the past, you would also store your contacts on the SIM card. But that's not something that you really see nowadays. The most important thing on there really is your phone number and then of course your plan information and what you're subscribed to, and whether or not you are authorized to be on the network or not. So once you're all set with paying for your plan, you're all subscribed to the carrier, you have your device with you, now it's time to go ahead and actually activate the device that is in your hand or the device that you chose, and you activate it with that SIM card, and that's typically what we do in the past. Now, real quickly, guys, I'm going to show you how we go ahead and we take that nano SIM card, and the reason why I say nano is because the devices that I have here in my hands, specifically, I have an iPhone 11, and I also have a Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Those two devices actually accept a nano SIM card. If I had an older device that maybe required a micro or a mini, you would have to essentially cut out the SIM card according to the size of your phone. But again, most phones nowadays, they use nano SIM cards. And in fact, actually, we're gonna touch briefly on this because even that is a thing of the past now. So if the activation process and installing the SIM card was as simple as I showed you, how come that doesn't exist anymore? And we're seeing a big trend in wireless right now, and that is going to what is called an eSIM. So gone are the days where you actually get a SIM card from your carrier now, and these SIM cards, especially the one that I've showed you that I have over here, these SIM cards now are being embedded into the phone itself. So these SIM cards are what is known as subscriber identification module. These SIM cards are now going into what's called eSIMs, and essentially the E is embedded subscriber identification module. These eSIMs are essentially inside of the phones, and you can't remove them whatsoever. And why are we doing this? Well, it provides a lot of benefits compared to physical SIMs. Now, some folks on the internet would argue that physical SIMs are still great. And typically I see that with people who switch phones a lot. But if you're somebody who doesn't switch phones constantly, eSIMs typically will make your life a lot easier. And let's talk real quickly about what some of the benefits are for that. So one of the benefits, and this is highly dependent on the carrier, is ease of activation. So the beauty about this is that you can go on your carrier's website or maybe the app on your phone, and you can go ahead and activate your device from the comfort of your home. And you don't have to go to a store in order to get a physical SIM or wait for that physical SIM to come in the mail. You can literally be up and running in just a few minutes, which is phenomenal. And again, that is dependent on the carrier. And I'm gonna show you guys in a few seconds just how easy it is to go ahead and activate a phone using that process. And again, I'm doing that from the comfort of my house. All right, so what is another benefit besides you don't have to leave your house and you can be as lazy as me? Another great benefit of using eSIMs is improved security. So if we take a look at what we've seen before, which is you remove the SIM card tray, you go ahead and install your SIM card that has all your subscriber information on there, and you just put it into any device and the device automatically goes ahead and authenticates with the network. Well, what happens if you actually lose that device? And this is actually a big problem because in the world that we live in today, a lot of two-factor authentication happens through your mobile device, meaning they send you a text message with a code. And if you lose your device and somebody easily just takes out the SIM card from your phone and puts it into another phone, which they have access to, and automatically start receiving your text messages for two-factor authentication, that right there is a really big problem, and you don't want to expose yourself by losing your information or being hacked by somebody having access to your phone number in which they can then receive those two-factor authentication codes. Not a really good place to be. So those are just two simple examples of how eSIMs are making our lives a lot easier. Specifically for me, I like the fact that I can activate within minutes, and of course that is carrier dependent. It's not all carriers have this figured out very well, and you'll see that as you continue to work with your carriers. But the one that I'm going to be using for today's demo, they have that figured out, and it's by far the smoothest experience that I've ever had. All right, so welcome back. Now that you learned a little bit about the whole eSIM and what it is, let's go on our desktop now in order to switch from one device to the next. And it should be a fairly simple process. All right, guys, so welcome now to my desktop. And so here we are on our US mobile dashboard. It's actually pretty cool. I like how they lay this out, which is another benefit here. So here is our iPhone 11 demo phone. And again, from our last video, you saw how I was able to activate this. And we have our number already here, which is 332 phone number out of New York. But how do we go now from the iPhone 11 to the Galaxy S25 Ultra? And so they make it very, very easy. As you can see here under line settings, they have an option that says change device. So we'll go ahead and click this option in order to go from the iPhone 11 to the Galaxy S25 Ultra. So let's go ahead and click that. And it asks you, hey, here's your current device. Do you want to activate a new device or do you want to activate a saved device? So it's really, really cool how they're able to save previous devices that you have used on this account. So you don't have to go ahead through the process of, activating that device over and over again, meaning if you've used it in the past. So it's a nice quick way to save you a couple steps. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and activate a new device. And this is where you type in what device that you have. So we will say Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Looks like it's the second one here. So let's go ahead and click that and we'll hit confirm. And then it's asking you, do you want an eSIM or do you want a physical SIM? And of course, this video is about eSIM. So let's go ahead and hit eSIM and we will do authorized transfer. And it says your eSIM transfer has been initiated. So let's go ahead and close out of here. And then this is where we are back again. And it is the iPhone 11 demo. And honestly, it's just as simple as that. Like I didn't have to do anything at all. And in fact, actually, I have my QR code. And if you have seen my previous video, you know exactly what to do from this point on. But for those who haven't seen my previous video, we'll go ahead and walk through the process of what we do now. But how simple was that? So we're done here now with the computer at this point. We can go ahead now and change our view. And so we'll walk you through on how we activate this on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. So let's head back. All right, so welcome back from the desktop, guys. We are now ready to actually go ahead and install this QR code that we have on our phone. And it's a very quick, simple process. I'll show you guys how to do that in just a second, by the way. So I do have my Galaxy S25 Ultra in my hand. So first thing I'm gonna do with my app tray up, I'm gonna go ahead and look for my settings. So of course, that's gonna be in the S section here. Here it is, our settings. And once you get to your settings section, you're presented with a couple of options here. Let's go under connections. And then once we are in the connections section, let's go ahead and go into SIM Manager. So I already have 2 SIM cards here. We are going to blur out, of course, the SIM cards that are there. I can't have you guys have my actual phone numbers. But the big thing here is we're going to go ahead and add this eSIM that we have over here with this QR code. But before we click on the Add eSIM, we need to make sure that we are on Wi-Fi. And of course, you do need Wi-Fi in order to make sure that you're activating eSIMs. That's the one requirement that you need to hit in order to make sure that your activation is as smooth as possible. So now that I think about it, let's go ahead and go back from our SIM manager. And then as you can see here under Wi-Fi, I am connected to my Wi-Fi in my house. That says Acosta Wi-Fi. If you are not connected yourself, you want to go ahead and go inside of Wi-Fi. And then you want to go ahead and follow the steps to activate with your particular Wi-Fi in your house. So now that I've showed you guys that I am on Wi-Fi, let's get out of Wi-Fi. Let's go back into our SIM manager. And then let's go ahead now and click on Add eSIM. Now it gives us 3 options here in our phone, especially the Galaxy S25 Ultra. It says we can search, we can scan, or we can transfer SIMs from another phone, which is pretty cool. So in our case here, we do have our QR code over here. I'm gonna go ahead and hit scan. Now you guys are seeing my office and what's inside here. We do have a closet, but besides all that, let's go ahead and point our camera now to our screen, which is where our QR code is. So let's go ahead and move this over and hit scan. And looks like it was able to scan it immediately and it found the information that it needed. And it says add a US mobile eSIM. And then it says this connects your phone to the US mobile network. So let's go ahead and hit add. Then it's adding that eSIM, and it says it's going to take a couple minutes in order to do that. So through the power of editing, I will speed this up now. So the beauty of this now is it really only took about not even a minute, to be quite honest. So I just ended up editing it so that way you don't have to sit there and wait. But I don't know if you guys saw that message that came up. It said that you're only able to go ahead and have 2 active SIMs on this device at the same time. You cannot have more than 2 active SIMs. And the really cool thing about that, guys, is you're seeing the beauties of having eSIMs. You just saw it there, meaning, hey, I can switch my phone numbers and I can switch any given wireless number that I need at any given moment instead of actually physically removing it. I can just go in the settings and pick whatever I want. So imagine that you're a person that has multiple numbers. I mean, this eSIM technology is really, really awesome for that. So as you're seeing here, I have my personal, I have my business number, and then our eSIM 3 is the new SIM that we have activated. So what I'm gonna do in order to go ahead and prove that this all works now, let's go ahead and turn off my personal number. And then it says here, do you wanna turn off personal? And this makes the business the default SIM for calling, messaging, and mobile data. Let's just hit turn off for now. So I'm gonna go ahead and also turn off my business number as well. So let's go ahead and turn that off. And then what we're gonna do now is we're gonna turn on our eSIM 3. And our eSIM 3 is our phone number. I believe it's 332. Yes, it is. It's that number from New York, 332. So let's go ahead and turn that on. And then it says turn on eSIM 3. We'll go ahead and hit turn on. And once we turned it on and you saw the phone actually went through like a little bit of a provisioning process, you're now seeing the phone number on my device. So just to make sure things are set up properly, let's go ahead and click back on our SIM manager. Let's go ahead and go under mobile networks. And you want to make sure that your mobile data is on. This is for my Galaxy S25 Ultra folks, or maybe you have an Android. You want to make sure that you have the mobile data on, allow the 2G, yes, and then your access point should say MVNO reseller. This is specifically towards US mobile. So it looks like that automatically happened in the background, which is another benefit of that QR code activation or eSIM technology, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and hit back on that. And pretty much everything is set up now in order to use my device with this new phone number. So let's make sure now that this actually works. So here in my hand is another iPhone that I have. And by the way, if you're wondering how many iPhones that I have, it is quite a bit. But let's go ahead and test this out just to make sure that it works. So let's go ahead and bring up our dialer here. Let's go ahead and call this number just to make sure that it is that 332 number and it's actually working. And just like that, you are now seeing that my phone is actually working. It's that New York number with the 332 area code. All right, guys, so that'll do it for this video. You just learned all there is to know about moving from one device, which is your iPhone, or at least in my case was the iPhone, over to a newer device, or should I say another device, because the Galaxy S25 Ultra is not newer per se. But we went from one device to the next, activating, of course, using eSIM technology. And you saw how simple this was. It really isn't that hard. So sound off in the comments below. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm more than happy to answer any of those questions or just even connect with you in the comments below. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. If you have any additional questions that, of course, will take a lot longer than a comment, check out the link in my description. Of course, there's a link to my calendar. You can go ahead and book time and we can actually talk about any questions that you have and we can answer it there. So I look forward to connecting with you guys and answering those questions. And if this video has helped you out and you enjoyed my content, go ahead and give me a like for the video as it helps the channel grow. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so that way you're notified when I upload new videos to the channel. And then lastly, of course, share this with a family member or a friend. And if you don't want to wait for my next video to drop, YouTube thinks that you'll like this one popping up on screen. So go ahead and give that a watch, and I'll see everybody in the next one.